The landscapes of our lives are for learning, where experience is our teacher. When we gather together to share our resources, we are destined to love and thrive. Hi,
Good
Pierre.
morning. Hey, good morning. We're going to do a learning practice, which is our 3 minute, time drill. I got to get the timer out on a word.
In the
And
word of the day. Why do we do this? Because words are powerful and meaningful, and it's fun. And I guess we are socially negotiating meaning and exploring connotation and stuff like that. So that's cool.
yeah, but I'll just point out that this started because we wanted to practice more intentionally the art of going back and forth and offering somebody space to say something about it, and then and kind of balancing ideas. And so we got the idea that, well, if we just talk about one word, not a subject, not a resource, and then just try and practice, like, is somebody going to take up the whole 3 minutes or not take up the whole 3 minutes, or are we going to get crazy about the word? And we started with some crazy words.
Yeah, and
So
also because words, I think the other reason was what I remember is also that there's so much misunderstanding and conflict that comes in conversation, and then people get defensive and upset and not talk and shut down because just because of a misinterpretation or you're not agreeing to the same definition of a word. So
right.
yeah, it's hard. We make assumptions like, oh, I think the word red means this, and I just assume he thinks the same exact thing. It's like, don't make that assumption. Like you actually have to dig down and really understand what people are
Right.
understanding about even tiny words. Like, yeah.
Well, here's the tiny word of the day, and I'm going to
Okay.
press the starter button.
I don't know what a
Bliss.
tiny word is, but whatever. They're all
Bliss.
words, tiny.
Bliss.
Oh. Joseph Campbell, his one of his well-known,
Really, that never would have occurred to me. Go
well,
ahead.
one of his famous lines is follow your bliss.
Oh,
And so that's what I think of when I think of bliss.
hmm.
It could be blissfully unaware. That's also,
Yeah,
how that's been used for
yeah,
experience.
yeah, yeah. It's kind of a terrific word. It's short, and it has this emotive feeling, like floating away, and it just feels great. And
Yeah, I guess is it related to flow a little bit? It's perfect happiness. Dictionary says perfect happiness.
ah,
I wonder if that's relative to each person or if that's something that's shared.
that's a good question.
Well, Campbell says follow your bliss, whatever that is for you. I mean, I think that
Yeah.
changes with follow your passion, purpose.
The word that I like, and from the time I learned it, and it's sort of in the bliss category, is sublime.
I like that word too.
It's just so soothing, and it just feels like you're going to float away. And
Yeah.
um, and I like bliss because it's kind of like it feels like a state that settles over you, or kind of floats you. And it's not happy, and it's not ecstatic, and it's not active. um you know it seems to me like it's more just like blanket comforting sort of
Steady,
thing.
steady state.
Bliss. There's interesting thing, and I'm taking a course on C.S. Lewis online, and he talks about the kind of propulsion into um, his conversion, and is the seeing of bliss, not the seeing, it's the experiencing of this bliss thing. And you want more of it because it's an ephemeral state. And so then then you go in that direction.
Mm,
Kind of interesting. You
mm.
experience something so profound that you're drawn towards it
Yeah.
more.
Yeah. Does it Jung says that that's what, like, you get called to your passion. You don't come up with it. It's not something that you come up with. It's something out there that calls you.
Hmm.
That's what makes me
Well,
think.
that's our 3 minutes. I set a stopwatch instead of a timer so we don't have a ding dong.
Mhm.
But there it is.
Okay.
All right.
Till
Next
next time.
time.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Bye.
Bye.